Hello, my friends. This is Karina from KarinaWisdom.com, and we are on day 6. Can you believe it? We're like almost 1 day away from a week of daily focused action, and I am just feeling good. I know you're wondering how I'm feeling. I'm feeling good because I feel like I've been so productive this week, especially with the help of did sheets that really keep me on track. And it's a whole thing of what you focus on expands. So of course, I'm focused on completing tasks. So as a result, I complete a lot more than if I was focusing on what I have left to do. So I'm happy to report that my master plan is coming together nicely, and I really sat down and I fleshed out my weekly goals, and I already wrote out what this week is going to look like, so I'm very excited to go after it. However, enthusiasm makes you feel like Superwoman or Superman, like you can do everything. So I know I have to pace myself, and I probably have to look at that list and make it a little bit lighter just to make room for, those unexpected things that happen and you need to take care of them. So the whole plan is to set myself up for success. Now, why would I take my 90-day plan down to a 30-day plan, down to weekly plans, down to daily plans? One and only reason why. My reason is actually a question. How do you eat an elephant? One bite of a time. And I could continue this all day. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Come on, you can't do step 576 before you actually do step 1, 2, and 3. I was looking back at the previous 5 days, and if I was to sum up my productivity in terms of my DMO, I would just put it together at about 60%. So I'm happy about that, just not thrilled. 60% is way better than 0%. That's true, it could be worse. However, because I know of where I am, now I know where I want to be. I would definitely want to see myself in the 70% to 100% productivity area. And that's where you should aim for. High performance, especially if you're doing such a focused goal in a short period of time. And it's all about continuous improvement. And if you go onto the blog, you see my 2 continuous improvement questions that I ask myself every day. I really had to take a step back and look at what is the one major accomplishment that I wanted to happen in the next 7 days, and what would it take to make it happen. And the whole point is to narrow my focus like a laser target. It's all about being strategic. A general never sends his troops out on the battlefield without a clear plan of action to win. And that's it. The internet is my battlefield. And I have a clear plan of action to win in the next 100 days. And the best battles are actually fought on the table. When they're doing the planning, that's where a battle is won. What they do on the field is just the actual step-by-step that a general told them to do. But every single strategy has been worked out before, and that is really the power of planning. Now, yesterday I touched a little bit on a concept of a habit. And this is the whole point of this 100-day journey. It is to create a new habit. And just to give you a better understanding of this, I'm going to share with you an experiment that was done by NASA. And what they did, they had a whole bunch of astronauts together, and they gave them these special goggles to wear. Now, what these goggles did was it would flip their vision by 160 degrees, meaning everything they saw looked upside down. Now, apparently this is quite important if they're going into space. Don't ask why, but here's the story. Imagine eating cereal with your vision flipped 160 degrees, right? It would look like the spoon is coming from up top. and you have to figure out where your mouth is. So you can imagine how hard it was for them in the first few days. And they had to keep these goggles on 24/7. What they realized was after 21 days, a few of the astronauts, their vision, their brain actually flipped their vision. So they didn't have to consciously think, oh, where am I? My vision is upside down. What would I need to do if I was doing the opposite? You know what I mean? They didn't have to consciously think about it. It was just like natural breathing air. And between day 21 and 30, they found that more and more astronauts, their brains actually flipped their vision. So that's why there's a statement that it takes 21 days to change a habit, but it really takes your brain 30 days to grow new neural pathways to make that new information a reality. And that was the findings that NASA had when they did this experiment. They found that whenever you impress on the brain the same information constantly every day for 30 days, that your brain will actually grow new neural pathways, and those neural pathways will make such a strong connection in your brain that that new habit will become your reality. But let's take it a step further. When you actually focus on new information for 40 days, you actually reprogram your subconscious. And as you know, when you look at your consciousness, 10% is what you're physically aware of, the temperature in the room, when you touch something, when you eat something, when you smell something. That's only 10%. The other 90% is, as it's called, subconscious, but it's still gathering information, and your subconscious is way more powerful than your brain. So it takes 40 days of focusing on this information every day to reprogram your subconscious. So what does that mean for you? It means every single day, non-stop, you have to focus on doing this new action to create that new habit. Like me with my DMO, every single day I'm focused on learning something new about making money online, and I'm also blogging every day. What the scientists in NASA found is, like, for instance, if they got to day 22 and they took the goggles off for one day and then put the goggles back on until day 30, the same thing didn't happen. The brain did not flip the image. So if you break those 30 days, you actually lose the whole benefit of creating the new neural pathways, and you have to start the clock over again. So you can imagine how frustrating it is when you get to day 28 and you do nothing on day 29 and you're losing out on the benefit. So please stick to the 30 days, and if you can, 40 days is even better. Thus my 100-day journey. And of course, yeah, the money is great. However, creating the successful habits of an entrepreneur is the real prize. I mean, when you look at it, people can take things away from you. They can take your car away, your house away. You can lose so many things. The only thing that no one can take away from you is your knowledge. So if you're taking the time to cultivate and hone and fine-tune these successful entrepreneur habits, then it doesn't matter. You have the skills to start it again, and because you have done it once before, you can even do it faster. So whatever you can do, create the habit and gain knowledge every day. It is the best way to ensure your success. In addition to today's DMO, I'm also focused on getting more eyeballs on my blogs. So you can provide some awesome content. You have spent like so many hours putting your blog together and making it look pretty, but it's all for naught. It's all worth nothing if nobody is seeing it. So today I spent some time registering with some blog aggregators and some content curators. And blog aggregators are for blogs like what Kayak is for travel, or you might be familiar with Priceline.com is for travel. And content curators are the places where people go to share content they like. Now, in closing, I just wanted to share with you one excerpt from a book I'm reading by Dan S. Kennedy. It's the No BS Guide to Productivity. And he said, in every field of expertise, specialists out-earn generalists 10 to 1. Think about it. A heart surgeon makes more than an MD. A nuclear waste disposal expert makes more than a garbage man. What are you specializing in for your business? That is one of the things that you need to look at. What can you specialize in for your business? What is the one thing you can do in your business that people will just think, oh, you know what? I can go to Karina because I know that Karina knows how to do this inside out, upside down, left, right, through and through. And if anybody knows, Karina knows. What is that one thing that you can do? And of course, it's not going to happen immediately. It's something that you have to choose to master. And that's one of the main core focus points that my coach shared with me. He said, choose one form of traffic to master. Why would you want to master traffic? Because unless you're getting traffic to your blog, you're not going to be making any money, or you're not going to be in any position to make any money because no one is seeing what you are doing. So you need to get traffic. Now, there are several ways that you can get traffic to your blog, whether it be organic, whether it be through videos, whether it be through ads, whether you do paid traffic, Google people. There's so many ways. I'm really not going to get into them right now. And yes, I'll have training up about the different ways that you can drive traffic. For me, at this moment, I have chosen, and I think I've mentioned it before, that I would be an expert in video marketing. That is a way to drive traffic. And I explained to you why before, but I'll mention it to you again. Video is one of the ways that captures people's attention online. It's one of the best medium to capture people's attention and to get your message across. As a result, it's one of the best ways to drive traffic to your blog. So I'm looking at being a specialist in video marketing and YouTube. Well, thank you, my friends, for listening in to me as I share with you my thoughts for the day. Remember that you can jump onto my blog, karinawisdom.com, and you will see my did sheet, what exactly I did today. And today has been such a super productive day. Remember to click subscribe to my channel and also click the like button for this video, and you can find all the information about going to my blog in the description below. Thank you again, my friends, for listening. This is Karina Wisdom signing off. Boom.